Whether you're in Iran or Ashraf, we felt very much that you were with us this afternoon at this hugely successful event. Neither of you stand alone. You have friends all around the world, and we're not going to go away, and we're not going to be silenced, and you're going to win. Thank you.
Thank you.
La delegazione del Consiglio regionale del Lazio, sono in compagnia delle mie colleghe consigliere da Guanno Nobili e la quarta componente della delegazione è il consigliere Berardo. È un gruppo bipartisan composto da maggioranza e opposizione, il cui titolo è Amici dei diritti umani in Iran. Abbiamo deciso di partecipare alla manifestazione di Parigi, abbiamo ascoltato le parole della Presidente, sosteniamo la difesa dei diritti umani nel mondo, in particolare in Iran, soprattutto vogliamo che il campo di Ashraf goda di garanzie e sicurezza, che venga rispettata la Convenzione di Ginevra, sosteniamo anche una politica di Stato di diritto in Iran che rispetti le pari opportunità, rispetti il diritto alla libertà e i diritti fondamentali delle persone. Il nostro gruppo si impegna già in Consiglio regionale, con la forza anche di essere appunto bipartisan, per la difesa dei diritti umani. Abbiamo anche votato mozioni a favore della vita di Sakineh, di Modama Astiani, siamo impegnati per le donne in Iran, ma soprattutto per la difesa dei diritti umani in Iran. Noi immaginiamo naturalmente non un regime autoritario, ma immaginiamo un regime che in Iran rispetti i diritti umani, che non ricorra alla tortura nelle carceri e fuori, che rispetti veramente la parità di diritti e le pari opportunità. La resistenza iraniana ha dimostrato in questi 30 anni non solo di sapersi organizzare, ma di rimanere fedele a se stessa, ed è una voce che parla al mondo e parla di diritti umani.
Well, my name is Ruth Wedgewood. I was, until about a year ago, a member of the UN Human Rights Committee in Geneva, and I was first introduced to the issue of Ashraf as I drove back to a UN Human Rights Committee meeting along the shore of Lake Geneva by Palais Wilson, and saw the protesters and asked what they were about. And since that time, I've become much more factually informed about the dilemma of Ashraf. Of course, we've all known that the Iranian regime was made of thugs for quite some time. They even imprisoned one of my students in international law. What to do about it? Sanctions, obviously, sanctions on gasoline, sanctions that try to strike at the economic interests that are valued by the mullahs and their families to put economic pressure. The other issue of protecting Ashraf, providing adequate protection so that more people in Ashraf are not killed. And it's a very perilous condition that people in Ashraf find themselves in. I've often told my students in law school and foreign policy school that I don't think I would ever have the physical courage that it takes to be a human rights activist in the third world, to have the advantage of just teaching this stuff in the first world. So indeed, folks who are braver than I am have a responsibility of championing their own rights. Well, I've often been asked about the role of women in foreign policy. I teach at Johns Hopkins in Washington, D.C. We encourage our women students to go into foreign policy as diplomats, as attachés, working in NGOs. But there's another way to go into foreign policy, which is to be a leader in the politics of your own country. And indeed, I think Mrs. Rajavi is one of the very few prominent women who are either leading a country or leading a movement that likely may become the government of a country. So certainly her presence and her manner and her very gracious personality is one that we should all seek to emulate.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Il se trouve que cette année est particulière. 2011, C'est d'abord l'année où, après une procédure judiciaire qui a duré 10 ans, la justice française a débouté l'administration française. Elle a déclaré que l'OMPI n'est pas une organisation terroriste, mais que l'OMPI est une organisation de résistants iraniens contre la dictature. Eh bien, il se trouve qu'elle se situe, ce meeting qui rassemble plus de 100 000 personnes, se situe 2 mois à peine après les atrocités qui ont été commises contre les habitants d'Ashraf dans la nuit du 7 au 8 avril. Vous savez que dans cette nuit-là, les habitants d'Ashraf ont résisté debout, les mains nues, sans armes, face à des colonnes de blindés, des mitrailleuses lourdes, des armes de guerre qui sont rentrées dans la population et qui ont provoqué 36 morts et plus de 300 blessés. Et ces atrocités ont confirmé les craintes que nous avons cessé d'exprimer depuis des années, nous les amis de la résistance. La cité d'Ashraf, c'est quoi Ashraf? Ashraf, c'est un joyau qui a été construit par les Iraniens eux-mêmes, des résistants, et qui préfigure ce que seront les cités de demain, c'est-à-dire des cités où règne l'égalité de l'homme et de la femme, où règne la justice et où la démocratie se construit. Et à ce titre, Ashraf est devenu emblématique de la résistance iranienne. Et plus la résistance iranienne accumule le succès, plus le gouvernement iranien accumule les échecs et sombre dans la division et dans la chute, plus il a tendance à vouloir menacer et même à éradiquer cette cité d'Ashraf. Et là, nous avons saisi cette occasion de ce rassemblement pour, encore une fois, mettre la communauté internationale devant ses responsabilités.
Arrive so we can complete the presentations.
I've come here to Paris for this very important meeting, for this very important Congress, because freedom is something that is given to all people and it must be shared by all people. It is such an important movement, the PMI, and its leader, Maryam Rajavi. It is important not only for Iranian people all around the world, but is important for all the other people in Iran, which is free and democratic and that has equality among its citizens, whether men or women. It is a treasure for all the world. It would be a beacon for peace and justice to all the people. Such an ancient civilization as the Persian Iranian civilization must be today as good as a light as it has been in the past for the other people, and not a place for tyranny, for fight against the freedom of the people. The government must work for the people, not fight against the people as it is doing. And it is also very important that all the people in all the countries, in my country, in the other country, understand how important it is to protect the city of Ashraf. The attacks that have been waged against the people of Ashraf are a shame for all those who didn't move, all those who didn't protest against this fact. I think that we must endure and keep supporting the fight of the PMI, which is the fight of all Iranian people in Iran, outside of Iran, who want freedom, justice, equality, democracy for their country. And I wish that Iran will have them soon, and that the people of Iran will be able to enjoy the freedom and to show all their incredible creativity in order to make Iran more prosperous, free, and defense for freedom and peace in all the region. Thank you.